Hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Krim, for the 7 months. That's crazy. Uh, you may have noticed there are no stream avatars today. Yeah, the program was giving me a little bit of trouble just now, so we're gonna have to run without him today. Hopefully they'll be up and running tomorrow. I also realized I forgot to post a schedule today, so I'm gonna get that up after stream. Hey, yo, what's going on? Welcome in, we're just getting started. Yeah, I've had a bit of a day today. It's kind of stormy, so I'm worried about like potential power fluctuations. It's been kind of on and off, so it shouldn't be a big deal. But it has happened before, so just in case we go down, just wanna lead with that. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. That's really hard. Shit. Hey. Things are gonna be okay. That's really hard. I don't wanna spend too much time. I don't want you to. You came here to try and keep your mind off it, you know. I don't want you to. I feel for you. I do. Anyway, Krim, you were saying that you don't remember what happened last time. Boy, oh boy, a lot of things happened last time. Let's see. Yeah, we can we go down the list because it's been a long. It feels like it's been more than a week, but it's only been a week since last we checked in. And what happened was, well, after I got a bad end for decisions that I made in chapter 9, we successfully we woke up to Arquade in our bed and wondering where the hell we've been. We took her on a date, which was definitely the weirdest chapter so far. And then that evening, when we went out to hunt, she almost drank our blood. We almost let her drink our blood, and she almost drank it, and the church intervened, and bad things happened, and we learned that the vampire that we've been hunting isn't a vampire in the traditional sense, and that he's probably inhabiting the body of Akiha, which is terrifying. Or potentially inhabiting the body of Akiha, potentially inhabiting our body, although they seem to believe that that's not true. I'm not convinced. And then we went and tracked down Arquade, and then her mystic eyes were turned on because she was terrified and upset, and it transformed us into a. But bad things happened. Bad things happened, and worse things almost happened. They were very close to happening, and then now that's kind of where we are. Hopefully things start looking up in this chapter, except that I'm pretty sure this next chapter is part 2 of that last chapter, so I don't know about that. But let's find out. It's time for more Tsukihime. Why is it silent? There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, get comfy for whatever we have in store for us today. Probably something not comfy, so get extra comfy to compensate. You speed through that bad end one more time and get the Tiger Dojo. I don't... Did I keep the save for that, or did I overwrite it? I might have overwritten it. Hold on. Let me see. Well, I have a save at chapter 9. Yeah, Tiger Dojo's from Tiger Dojo's the Fate one. I knew what you meant. We were on the same page. I have chapter 9 that we could. It would take a little bit of time. Yeah, fuck it. Chapter 9, Death. Don't mind me, we're skipping through the... VOD watchers, skip ahead. Don't worry about it. Just go. The speed run. Can I jump to the decision? Is that... Can I... No, I don't think I can. Can I pull up the flowchart? No, it won't let me go forward. Alright, that's fine. You just have to fast forward it. Yeah. You said it was lore relevant, so we gotta check that out. I did mean to go back and at least look at it off stream, but I kind of forgot, so we'll do it now. Oh, there she is. The big Tibby no shirt wearing. Anyway. We're getting there. We have to go see Arkwing, right? We have to do the decision that gets us the bad end, and then watch the thing, read through the thing. Hello, I'm sick. She said. She sends us home, and then we die. Oh yeah, we tell her about the thing. That's right. I forgot that the whole of chapter 10 went by, and then I forgot, the same as Shiki forgot, that we didn't tell her about the thing that happened to us. The one in the alley? Wait. Death scene in the alley. Oh, after. Oh. Oh, right. No, yeah, you're totally right. The one in the alley. Ugh. That one, I think is this exact save. Yeah. I'm gonna skip over all of this stuff. I don't wanna relive that shit again. I don't wanna relive any of this again. And then the panther, not the tiger, the panther. This one. This is the one, right? Pretty sure this is the one. Oh, this is dramatic. Sometimes it's not our hero who comes face to face with a dead end. This time, it was our heroine. The story doles out tragedy without bias. Now then. Let's hear from the lady who somehow got dismembered twice in one game. Oh dear. Take it away, Arcade, and congratulations on not being the main girl for the next round. Wait. What in the Bakemonogatari? What in the Kizumonogatari is going on right now? I'm glad you made me do this. Look at tiny baby Arco. I just want to pinch her cheeks. She's so little. Where did you learn your manners? You're meant to talk as someone possessing redacted. Who might you be? And where did that cat thing go? I thought she was supposed to stand in for Arcade. How disappointing. Not only rude, but stupid too. That thing is neither her nor her familiar. It's little more than a joke mistaken for an urban legend, which gained a life of its own. I thought it was heavily inspired by Nasu and Ojitsuki. Yeah, that tracks. Actually. That's so cool. I'm sure there's someone more qualified than that creature if you're seeking an opinion on that woman's death. By someone, I mean me, naturally. I am her, after all. I don't believe it. You're telling me that cat wasn't the Arcade of the segment? Indeed, I am the Arcade girl instead of this world. It'd be too expensive for both of us to appear as our future selves. She's so cute! Which is why I look the way I used to look in the past, so that we may save on our expenses. Yes. A more economical, budget-friendly Arcade, if you will. Please call me Echo Arc. That's dumb. That's dumb. But I love it. Does this mean I don't have to deal with that dumb cat anymore? Hooray! I'm afraid that's not the case. I won't be appearing very often. Instead, that creature is and forever will be your partner in this place. I see. It's not what I wanted to hear, but thank you for letting me know. But if that's how it is, then why are you here? Is it because you wanted to express your dissatisfaction with Tono's monstrous behavior? I don't want to be reprimanded by Lolly Arc, man. That's gonna make my everything hurt. I don't want to remember the things that happened. Indeed, it was bad enough that even I had to avert my eyes. They caved to their basest desires and didn't even have the decency to end themselves. Even now, I can barely restrain my anger. I'm furious, but I also find it pitiful. And so, Miss Ciel, I have a favor to ask of you. Yes? What would you like to ask? If you ever find yourself facing that girl, hold nothing back. Huh? It seems she won't know how to act like a lady until someone makes her. that's all.
言われなくて
I
もあ
would
る
never
程
hold
度
back
相手に
against
手
Arcade,
加減な
though.
んかしませんけど。あれ
Hold on.
もしかして
Could it be you're
エ
actually
コアレク
angry
さんが
with...
怒っている相手というのは。
それでは私は
I'll be going now. Please treat
こ
him
れから
well.
も彼をよろしくお願いします。あなたも頼りない
You
家
may be
庭教師
unreliable
です
as a tutor, but I
が
do
ただ
have
く
my
らい
faith
に
in
は
your
信用
shelf.
していますから。
What you mean by a shelf? She seen something I ain't seen yet? Huh? Sail, turn around for me real quick. Dude, give us a twirl. That's such a stupid... That's a bad... I didn't say that. What's that supposed to mean?
遅刻遅刻
I'm late. Ah, here we are.
光の速度で
Supercat storms the arena at light speed.
そう
Oh god, it's vibrating out of
寝坊した
control.
自分を追い越し遅刻という
And by
事
moving
実
at
は
light
打ち
speed,
消され
I've
たので
overtaken
言い
my
訳は
sleeping
しない
self, erasing the fact that I was ever late at all. Good job, me.
あーせ
Come on, NCL, you're looking at extra sub-heroine-esque today.
ところで今
So anyway,
ここに私が来なかった
was I just here a second ago?
なんかそんな気
I
が
get
す
the
るんだ
weird
よね
feeling there was like a
具体
super
的に言う
beautiful
と
version of me.
すっごい美少女な私
I don't know if I would say beautiful, it was definitely adorable though.
その条件に該当
I
す
haven't
る
seen
方が
anyone
来て
matching
いま
that
せん
description.
ね。そ
More importantly,
より遅刻の罰は何
how
がいい
shall
で
we
すか
punish you for your
家
lateness?
計ま
We
た
have
先
quartering,
引
the
き
stake,
車
the
アイアン
rack,
メイデン
the Iron Maiden.
各種取り揃えて
Take
い
your
ますので
pick,
リ
and
ク
I'd
エ
be
スト
happy
を
to
どうぞ
accommodate you. What the fuck is that?
やっぱり本編のアルカ
Or
イド同
perhaps you
様
prefer to
切
be
り
cut
刻
to
まれた
pieces
の
just
ブレ
like
ー
the
ドが
real
お好みで
Arcway.
すか
聞いたことのない単語を持ち出すのをやめろデッドエンドはメ
Stop
ガネ
throwing
君だ
out
け
all
に
those
して
scary torture methods. Let's keep the dead ends reserved for four eyes alone. Oh my god.
うわ本気だよ
This is scary free for real. What's the cruel and unusual punishment? You've finally shown your true colors, huh?
いえいえ
Oh, this
私も
isn't for
本意
me.
ではない
I'm
ん
doing
です
this
け
on
ど
request from
ちょ
a
っと
friend.
頼まれてしまったので
Ah,
次期物語もクライマッ
our
クスの
story
よ
is
う
at
で
its
すし
climax,
こ
which
こ
I
で
think
主役
means we
交
could
代
use
し
a
ていこう
change
か
of
なと
main characters.
やめ
Look, it's me.
改造べしてもここまで
Leave me out of your weird revisionist fetish. What are you gonna do if you develop a taste for this? Things don't come back for a long time, but they always pay off. I can't wait. Oh god. Alright. Well, that's that. Let's get back to, That was great. I'm glad you made me go through that. I'm not glad I had to go through the stuff in the chapter proper to get to it, but that was funny. that was great. Echo Arc is adorable. A precious bean. Day 11. We wake up from a strange dream. Excuse me. I'm getting my narration yawns again. Why does this shit always happen to me, man? It's morning. I feel for my glasses and put them on before I open my eyes. The sky outside of the window is a beautiful, gentle blue. But no amount of sun could brighten my mood. The reason for my misery is obvious. I can't shake the image of her moonlit profile as she apologized to me. It'll be better for the both of us. What did she mean by that? Was she asking me to forget what I did to her in the alley? Or did she want me to forget all about her? Either way, that's not going to happen. There's no way I could forget even a moment of our time together. I stare down at my hands. My fingers still recall the feel of her body, the smoothness of her skin, the way she felt cool to the touch, yet warm at the same time. Now all I've got are regrets. If she'd decided to kill me back then, I wouldn't have begrudged her one bit. But despite my guilt, a selfish thought rears its head. Why couldn't I have had more control over myself? When my fingers coursed across her body, I was little more than an animal. Had I possessed more of my senses, had I been more human, it could have been... I bite back at my self-indulgent fantasies. Her gold eyes aren't what made me lose it. When was it that I started to feel this way? Without realizing it, without even knowing why, I've fallen for her. I felt like this for so long now, maybe even from the moment she said she'd forgive me for the things I did to her. It was never about Roa to begin with. I've been crazy about Arcwade since day one. But now, it's probably for the best if we don't meet again. I can't stop thinking of how lonely her smile felt back then. It's too late. If I'd noticed sooner, I never would have made her feel that way. The morning plays out as usual. Hisui comes to wake me up. I found Akiha and Kohaku in the parlor. We exchanged pleasantries before I head to school. The same mundane routine. This peace and quiet was what we put our lives on the line for. I should be happy. I didn't lose anything. Yet I feel empty, like a machine blankly following its pre-programmed commands. I perform my morning regimen before leaving for school. The students near the gate look cheerful. As I pick up bits of conversation here and there, I realize everyone's chatting about their weekend plans. Ah, right. Today's Friday. I was so caught up in Hurricane Arcway that I completely lost track of what day it is. We first met on a Friday morning, too. She was right here, waiting for me by the crossing. She was smiling back then, come to think of it. From that very first day, she'd always had a smile on her face. Even as she was laying in ambush for her murderer, not once did she lose that mischievous glint in her eyes. I wonder why. I should have asked her. But the chance to ask her has come and gone. There's no way I'll find her waiting for me in the park again. I take my seat. There's 5 more minutes until homeroom. With nothing else to do, I idly look over the schoolyard from the window. Morning. Look who's back on the grind after being suspiciously absent. He's not that well. Maybe he was a little down bad in that last chapter when we took her on the date to take pictures of her, which is just so weird. But the boy's been in love this whole time. Let's not pretend like we didn't fucking see that coming. I heave a long, drawn-out sigh. Normally, I'd exchange barbs with him, but I just don't have the energy for it today. Damn, dude, you've seen better days. Didn't even bother showing up yesterday, and now that you're here, you look like an empty husk. It's no fun coming to school when you're like this, man. Arihiko slumps his shoulders in an exaggerated motion. Sorry, but I'm not in the mood for this. I'm sure a certain upperclassman will be more than happy to entertain you instead. Better yet, you might actually get lucky with her if I'm not there to cockblock. I was not expecting that word to exist in this visual novel, but here we are. The fated day. Stay hydrated, Jet. Huh? What upperclassman? I don't think I know any third years. Yeah, you do. No, I'm talking about... My sentence stopped short. Who was I talking about again? Neither of us know any of the third years. Oh, guess that's me. See you around lunch. Arihiko slips out of the classroom's back door. Well, that's suspicious. Just as he leaves, the door at the front opens to let in Miss Noel. Or not. It turns out to be the homeroom teacher of the class next door. Mr. Makuma? This is 2C, dude. You got the wrong room. No mistakes here, I'm afraid. The lady in charge of your class resigned this morning. The laid-back math teacher explains the situation in an apathetic tone. No fucking way, Miss Noel's gone? Did you just decide to up and quit like that? She didn't even last a week, what the hell? We told you she was just some hoe. Damn, Jesus, man, school kids got no chill, what the fuck? Oh my god. Wails of despair erupt from Miss Noel's dedicated male fan club. It finally clicks in my head. In this place so far removed from everything, something as trivial as a teacher quitting forces me to face reality. It's really over. Miss Noel was only ever our substitute teacher to observe me, or rather, the person she believed to be the vampire Roa. If she's gone, it means her work here is done. I'm now completely free from the whole vampire ordeal. Not a single thread connects me to it any longer. Classes end for the day. With tomorrow being Saturday, the students scurry off like an army of arachnids the second the final bell rings. I fulfilled all my scholarly obligations for today. The rest of the day is time I can dedicate to myself. So I'll just... What should I be doing? I'm like a kite cut loose from its string. Gone is my obligation to protect this place. Gone is our mission to rid the city of vampires. I'm bereft of the one driving force that guided me for the past week. Who cares anymore? I might as well take a nap here. It'd be a perfectly sensible thing for an ordinary person to do. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother Galahad. I'll be down when I'm good and ready. Love you too. I'll try. She's gone. Miss Noelle is gone too. Maybe... I'd gotten myself in too deep with this vampire business. The executor said that for humans, there's no such thing as a good vampire. Can I really still believe she's good after seeing her like that? Yeah, he's lost. It'd be smarter to go home while you still can. This might be your last chance to pretend you were never involved in any of this. The blonde-headed kid's warning resonates in my mind. Yeah, Shiki, look on the bright side. You can finally say goodbye to this vampire crap and go back to living a normal life. I'll... Well, first of all, try and make a habit out of making saves before decisions. Just in case. What will I choose? We can't go back. Much like the hero's journey, meeting Archwade was the threshold into the world of the unknown. We can't just pretend that it doesn't exist. It's opened a door, and the only way is forward. Yeah, that's right. I've got to do this. I'd be a fool not to. I can't see her again. How could I after what I did? But even so, I'm determined to fulfill my promise to her one last time. If I have the chance to come face to face with the things I couldn't do, I have to take it. And perhaps once I do that, I'll be able to put these emotions to rest. I stand in front of the disaster's ruins. 6 days have passed since the fire. The area is now completely silent. The ruins are little more than a cruel reminder of the tragedy that took place. Not a trace remains of the once popular park in front of the station. This place used to be so full of life. Full of people unknown to me, with whom I never crossed paths. I never knew them, yet I can't just let it go. Yet I can just let it go, as if I never knew them. It would be easy enough to absolve myself of any guilt, especially when I had no hand in this. If ignorance is a sin, then all humans are sinners. If insincerity is evil, then all of humanity is damned. So why should I hang my head here? I can't let myself lament the deaths of strangers. Mourning the dead out of my own arbitrary feelings of sadness is just wrong. Instead, farewells ought to be used to reflect on our time with them. The tears we shed should honor their memory as well as their deeds. Tears or apologies born out of sorrow are nothing more than rituals we perform for our own selfish ends. That should mean I can just turn back and put this all behind me. Or so I thought. I'm such an idiot. Despite everything, I can't seem to pull myself away. I shouldn't feel this sadness. I shouldn't feel this self-righteousness. At the end of the day, I should just be looking out for myself. And yet, I keep coming to the same conclusion. You can't just call it quits after you've lost it all. Once you've done everything you can, you should let the curtain fall with your head held high. It feels like a stranger taught me that once upon a time. Footsteps echo behind me. I look over to see her. A girl wearing our school uniform, though I don't recognize her face. And while I feel like I should know her, I can't even recall her name.
こんにちは。
Hello?
あなたも
Did
検査
you
に
come
来
to
たん
bring
です
flowers
か？
too?
いや、
No,
俺は
Her eyes are locked on the area in front of the barricade. The place is covered in bouquets. They rustle in unison, as if in remembrance of the dearly departed. I came here to make up my mind. I've been searching for an answer, and I found half of one in the end. There's no way I can turn my back to these vampires. I can't forget about Roa. And I definitely can't forget about her.
やっぱりそうでしたか。
What did I expect?
困った
You
人
really
です
are a
ね。
troublesome one.
あなたは。
She never once looks at me, nor do I look at her. It seems the polite thing to do for someone who came all this way, to offer a warning to a stranger.
ロアを追うということは
Chasing after Roa is the
彼
same
女
as
を追
chasing
うとい
after
う
her.
ことです。その意味が
Do you
分かっていま
understand
す
what
か？
I mean?
分かってます。
I do.
どの道俺一人
Either
じゃ
way,
何も
I
でき
won't
な
be
い。
able to do this anymore. I won't be able to do this alone.
分かっていませんね。
You don't understand at all.
彼女を追っても
Chasing
あなた
after
は殺
Arquaid
されるだけで
Brunstad
す。
will only serve to get you
アル
killed.
クエド・ブリュンスタットと
You shouldn't meet with her
もうこ
again.
れ以上会ってはいけません。
それはどう
Why
し
is
て？
that?
一度でも吸血
The
衝動
moment
に
a
負
true
けた真
ancestor
相は
gives in to their vampiric
もう手遅れ
impulses,
だからです。
there is no going back.
血を吸いたいとい
The
う欲
urge to
求は
drink
真
blood
相にだ
lurks
って
in
あ
all
る。
true ancestors.
いえ、そもそも人間の血を吸いたいという欲求
In
は
fact, it was they
心
who
底から
first
人間に
craved
移さ
human
れたも
blood,
の。
and they who went on to contaminate humans with the same affliction.
使徒は所詮
You
人
see,
間の慣れ
dead
の果てに過
apostles
ぎ
are
ない。
just humans who ended up as
私
husks
た
of
ち
their
人
former
間にとって
selves.
正真正銘の怪物は
Humanity's true enemy has
真祖と
always
呼ば
been
れ
the
る
true
始まりの吸
ancestors,
血鬼。
the progenitors of all vampires.
彼女にとってあなたは
Understand that in her
協力
eyes,
者で
you've
ある前
always
に
been more of
血
a
液に
blood
過ぎま
bank
せ
than
ん。
a partner.
始まりって
Progenitors? What do you...
それはどういう？
考えたことがない
You've never thought about it?
とは言わせません。血を吸われ
When
た
a
ことで
vampire
人
feeds
間
on
が
a
吸
human,
血
a
鬼化
new
するのな
vampire
ら
is created.
その根源
Which means if you
大
trace
元
back
に
their
あたる
lineage, there
初
must
め
have
から
been a
吸血鬼だっ
first.
た存在がいることをこの
True
生命と
ancestors
して
stand
の
atop
系統
the
樹の異
vampire
なる
family
吸血
tree.
種を真祖と言います。人間の血なんて必
They
要
may
な
not need human blood to thrive, but that doesn't mean they're any less capable.
それ以上の超越能力を持つ者たち。
If anything, their powers eclipse those of the dead apostles.
彼女はその真祖と
And that
呼ばれ
girl
る
you
一
know is
族の王
considered
族な
true
んです。
ancestor royalty.
彼らには身分階級があり
Though
ませ
they
んか
don't
ら
actually follow a class
王
system,
族
so
と
perhaps
いうのは正し
royalty
くはあり
isn't
ま
the
せん
right
けど
word to use. I'm a little taken aback. That was quite the revelation. Since she'll do or say things completely devoid of common sense, I've jokingly been calling her princess, but never did I imagine she'd actually be one. Damn. Not even a children's book would include a princess that stupidly cheerful and reckless.
いいですか
You need to understand.
神
A
祖と呼
true
ばれる吸
ancestor's
血鬼
thirst for
は
blood is
人
far
たちより
stronger
はる
and
かに
steeped
業
in
の深い
sin
吸
than
血
that
衝動
of
があ
dead
る。
apostles.
神祖たちはも
Yet
と
they
もと
don't need that
人
blood to
間の血が
survive.
なくても生存できる。けれど
Their
そ
creation
の
had
誕
but
生
one
にどんな
flaw,
間違いが起こったの
one
か。
unnecessary feature.
彼らは唯一の欠点、不要、それが吸血衝動。
The vampiric impulse,
ただ
a
人間の血
predilection
が
for
欲
the
しい
taste of human blood.
という思考性です。過去、神祖に襲われればこれ
In the
に対抗
past,
できる
humans
人
had no
間はい
way
な
to
かった。
resist a true ancestor on the prowl.
そして血を
Not
吸
to
われた
mention,
人
they
間は
ceased to be human
その時
the
点で
moment they
人
were
間
fed
でなくな
upon.
ってしまう。原因は
Some
生
speculate
命
the
体
change
と
is
し
a
てのスケ
necessity
ールの
because our
違いとも
biologies are too fundamentally
彼ら
different.
が血液を魂と
Others
して捉
believe
えて
that
い
they
る
hold dominion
とも
over
言
our
われてい
blood
ま
and
す。
are able to manipulate our very souls using it.
神祖という強大な生命に血を奪われた時点で人間は人間ではいられなくなる。
me.
その神祖の分身、
When our blood is stolen by a superior life form like a true ancestor, it's impossible to remain human. We instead become derivatives of them, puppets to be used as they see fit.
仮に
Whether the true ancestors intended it or not.
それを望まなくとも。
思い出した。
I remember hearing that dead apostles have to transfer their own blood in
人
order
間を
to
仲間にするん
turn
だっ
other
て。
humans into vampires.
逆に
You're
神祖
making
っ
it
てや
sound
つ
like
は
true
ただ
ancestors
血
can
を
convert
吸う
them
だけ
just
で
by
人
sucking
間を
their
犯す
blood.
ってことですか。
ええ。そして
Precisely.
問題は
To make
彼ら
matters
の吸
worse,
血衝
there's
動
no
には理由
underlying
がない
cause for their
という
vampiric
ことです。
impulse. And without
理由
one,
がないから
it's
止めようが
impossible
な
to
い。
stop.
神祖という完璧な
It's a
生命が
singular
ライフを
flaw
した
in
結
an
果、
otherwise perfect species.
死に至
A
る
fatal
病
flaw, even.
とでも言え
A
ましょうか。
disease. They are doomed
彼
to
ら
live
は
out
血
their
を吸いた
entire
いという
existence
衝
as
動を抑えて生きています。
feebly fighting their craving for blood.
それは理性で我慢を
It's
する。
not like they can simply
といったレベル
resist
の
their
話で
urges
はあ
through
りません。
logic and perseverance.
具体的、
It's of a physical
物理的
nature.
な
They are
彼らは持て
constantly
るすべての
utilizing
力を
most, if
使っ
not
て
all, of their strength to keep
常
it
に
at
自
bay.
分自身の欲求を封印している。強大な異能を自
They
身
can
に
use
使う
their
ことで
immense powers to
彼
contain
ら
their
は
blood
吸
sucking
血衝動
urges.
を抑え
But
ている。
what happens if, for whatever
けれ
reason,
どもし
an external force
何
causes
ら
their
かの外
powers to
的要因
diminish?
でその神
What
祖
would
の能
happen
力
if they
が
could
低
no
下し
longer
てしまった
suppress the
場合、
desire any longer?
抑えていた吸血衝動がどうなるかわかりますか？
What happens if an external force causes their powers to diminish? Say, if someone inflicted a heavy wound, and they had to expend a great deal of their power to recover. What if they were killed to such a degree that reviving took nearly all the energy they had? Let's assume Arcoid has 10 units of energy. And let's say she was using 7 of those 10 units to hold back her urges at all times. If she were to then lose 5 of them, that would leave her with just 5 units to hold back 7 units worth of desire. That's not enough. What would she take in to make up for that deficit?
それで
So,
そ
what
の衝動
happens
と
to
や
a
らを
true
抑えられな
ancestor
くなっ
that's
た
no
真相
longer
は
able to suppress their
どうな
thirst?
るんですか？
もちろん人の血を吸います。
They drink blood,
その後には
and once
何
they
もあり
do,
ません。
it's all over.
一度衝
A
動に
true
負けた神
ancestor
父は
that caves into their
あとは
vampiric
落ちていく
impulses,
だけです。
even once, is lost forever.
一度血の味を知った神祖は
For those
そ
who
の
have
衝動
tasted
による
blood,
痛みも倍化す
resisting
る
the
と聞
urge
き
to
ます。
become twice as painful.
結果としてもう二度と吸
None
血
are
衝
ever
動
able
を
to
こら
fight
え
it
るこ
again
とは
after
できな
having
く
their
なる。
first taste. Yeah, Ark has been struggling more than we knew. We thought it was just a physical power difference, but no, it's she's constantly been fighting to not become a monster.
神祖は極めて優れた種ですが、
Despite being a superior species, they're incapable of ever unleashing their full strength, as some of it is always devoted to curbing their impulses.
ですが落ちた神祖
But
は
fallen true
もう
ancestors are
自ら
free.
を束縛する必
They're
要がない。
unchained from their need to hold back.
あとはただ
They turn into
自ら
monsters
の
that
快楽
exist
のため
solely to gorge
人
on
の血
human
を吸う
blood.
怪物になる。
I think of how Arkaway looked back then. Her bloodshot eyes. Her wild and ragged panting. The way her breath burned against my neck.
でも
But it has to be a lie. She told me herself she's terrified of drinking blood. Oh. Terrified for good reason. She knows that once she's had a taste, she'd never be able to stop.
ただかろうじて
If there
救
is
いが
one
あると
silver
したら
lining, it's that the impulses come in sudden, unexpected waves.
神祖たちは一人
So
だ
a
け
true ancestor can keep
耐
a
えきれな
servant
くなった
around in
時の
case
た
they
めにし
succumb
も
to
べを
their
用意してお
urges.
きます。
This is where the dead apostles
そ
get
れ
their
が
name.
使徒と呼ばれる者たちの始まりですね。彼らはすでに死んで
They
い
are
る使
quite
徒
literally dead
神祖た
apostles
ち
of
の
the
痛み
true
止めとして生
ancestors.
かされていた吸血鬼。
Vampires kept around as a
それが
contingency
この
to
町に
numb their
救ってい
master's
る
pain should they
使徒
fall
と
to
区分される
temptation.
吸血鬼の始まりです。
Therein lies the root of our current dead apostle infestation.
ですが
But
Arquaid
Arquaid
of
Brunstad
Brunstad
keeps
には
no servants.
そのしもべがいない。いえ
Or at least,
今
she
まで
never
必要
needed
が
one
なかっただけ
until
ですね。
now.
神祖の
She
中
was
でも
unique
特
among
別
the
だった
true
彼女
ancestors
は
for being able to suppress
自
her
らの意
urges
志
through
だけ
sheer
で吸
force of
血衝
will.
動を抑えられていた。
But last night she hit her
で
limit.
すがそれも昨夜で限界を迎えた。吸血衝動に果て
There is
はあ
no
りませ
telling
ん
how
し、
strong a
消
true
えることも
ancestor's
ない。
urges may grow, nor is there any hope that they'll ever subside.
何度も抑えて
Even
き
if
た
they
衝動
manage to
という
suppress
沈
them
殿
time and
物は
time again,
そのうち
a
器
day
か
shall
ら溢
come
れ
when
て
those
しまう。
urges prevail.
彼らは
The
長
longer
く
they
生きれ
live,
ば
the
生きるほ
stronger
ど
the craving gets,
自ら
only
に抱えた
swelling
吸
over
血衝
time.
動を肥大化させていってしまう。そうして自分の
And then,
力
when
だ
the
けで
day
は抑
finally
えきれな
arrives
くな
that
った
they can
時、
that they can resist it no longer,
自らの衝動が
the day when
自
their
らの
urges
能力
outgrow
を超え
their
てしまっ
ability
た
to
時、
contain them,
彼らは
that's when they are to be
同族の
killed
手によ
by
っ
the
て
hands of
命を
their
絶
own
たれます。
brethren.
それが寿命の
That
な
is
い
the
彼ら
fate
にとって
awaiting an
の
immortal
終わり
that
なん
would
です。
otherwise know no end. That's awful. They're forced to keep themselves in check, knowing full well what lies in store if they don't. Then the second they slip and reach their limit, they're put down by a friendly face. There's nothing perfect about that. No matter how powerful they are, they're born with a fatal flaw they can never be cured of.
いや
But that doesn't
でも
mean Arquaid is a
あい
lost
つは
cause.
大丈夫だったよ。昨日だってすぐに
Even
元
after
に
all
戻
that
ったん
stuff
だ。
yesterday, she still went
今
back
は
to
俺
normal.
のせいで力が
She's
弱って
only
るけど、
weak because I injured her
怪我
in
さ
the
え治っ
first
て
place.
力を
Once
自
she
由に
heals
使え
up,
るよう
she'll
にな
have
れば
more than enough energy to...
ありえません。
She won't.
だって
She's been at her
も
limit
とも
from
と
the
彼
very
女は
start.
限界なんですから。
What?
彼女が誕生した
It's
のは
said that she
12
was
世
born
紀と言わ
sometime
れて
in
い
the
ます。
12th century,
いくら実際の活動
even
時
if she
間が
was
数
only
年に
conscious
満た
for
な
a
いと
handful
言
of
っても
years in total.
彼女の
That
存
doesn't
在時
lessen the
間そ
time
の
her
ものは
body
変
has
わらない。
existed.
長く彼女の中
Pent
にわ
up
だかまっ
urges
た
must have
衝
been
動
eating
は
away at her for
じ
all
き彼
these
女自
years.
身を食い破ります。
If anything, it's amazing she's held out as long as she
今までよ
has.
く持った方でしょう。彼女は
But she...
アルクエイドは
Arquaid's out of time.
もう未来
Her
のない
end
命
is
なん
long
です。
overdue. For the first time ever, it's not my anemia making me feel lightheaded. The stranger's words struck me with such force that I can hardly see straight. Excuse me. What the hell? So this entire time, Arcoid was out here hunting vampires, even though she knew she was doomed. It doesn't make any sense. It can't be true.
先輩の話は
I don't get it.
筋が通らない。だってさ、
Why would she bother
もう
exterminating
自分が
vampires
ダメ
for
だって
our
分
sake,
かってい
then?
るやつが
When she knows her life is about to come to an end.
吸血鬼を退治しに来るわけがない。
彼女が吸血
She
鬼を処理
doesn't
する
hunt
のは
vampires for our
私た
sake.
ちのためで
She
はあ
does
り
it
ま
for
せん。
her own. It's her
そ
duty.
れが彼女の役割だからです。
役割
Her duty. And who decided that?
そんなの誰が決めたんだよ。
彼女以外の神
The
祖
other
たちで
true
しょうね。
ancestors, of course.
彼女が生まれた
The
12
12th
世紀
century
は
that she was born into was an era rife with depraved true ancestors.
神祖たちは
The remaining true ancestors couldn't simply ignore their
そ
fallen
の
brethren
神祖がいたず
and
ら
the
に増や
countless
してい
dead
く人
apostles they
も
were
放っ
giving
てはお
rise
けな
to.
かった。その手段
So
と
in
して
response, they decided to
ただ
create a
殺すため
pure
だけ
and
の
true
そ
ancestor
れ以
whose
外の
sole
ことを
purpose
何
in
も
life
必
was
要
to
とし
kill
ない純粋な
someone who
神
could
祖を
be
誕
their
生させ
executioner.
処刑役にした。それがアルクエイドとい
Arcoid
う
was to
神祖
be
なん
that
です。
someone.
彼女はミサ
She's
イ
a
ルみたい
weapon
なも
akin
の
to a
で、
guided missile,
ひとたび城から
one that
放た
stops
れ
at
れば
nothing
最
to
後、
kill her target once she's
標的に
launched
なった
them,
吸
once
血
she's
鬼は
launched from the castle.
確実に滅び去ったという話です。
Another wave of dizziness. Stop. Please stop talking about her like that. She can bleed. She knows pain. She feels pain. And still, she decided to help all of us. She's a kind, soft-hearted person. Quit describing her like she's some kind of weapon.
いえ、兵器なんですよ。
And yet she is just a weapon.
もともと彼女はそういった意味合いでのみ
That was all she was created to be.
存在を許されていた。ですから、
Which makes it all
こ
the
の
more
町に来
apparent
て
that
からの
something
彼
changed
女
in
は
her
どう
when
か
she
してい
came
た
to
んで
the
しょう
city.
ね。あんなに
I've never seen
話
her
をする
talk
彼
this way
女を見た
before.
のは初めてです。もともと彼女
In
は
fact,
言葉
I've
を
never
口
seen her
にするこ
talk
と
at
さ
all.
えなかったのですから。
Huh? Are we talking about the same Arcoid here? The one that never knows when to shut up?
だって彼女は
It had been
余分な
ingrained
こ
in
と
her
は
to
しないん
refrain
です。
from anything unnecessary.
昔から
That's how she's lived her life
も
for
う何
centuries.
百年も
From
昔
the
か
day
ら
she was born in that
彼女
ancient
はそう
castle
やって
tucked
生き
away
て
in the
きた。
mountains. It was the one
あ
thing
の
that
山
has
間
remained
の
a
古城に
constant
生を
throughout
受けた
all
時
this
から
time.
ずっと永遠に変わることなく。
He has acted as a weapon even without his knowledge or understanding. Yeah. I don't know why that is, though. I'm still like it's all like pinned in my brain. The way that he acted when he killed her the first time. It seemed like there was some other force inside of him. And then the information that we got about Roa makes me very suspicious as to what's to come. Especially considering that the church has written off Shiki as a suspect. A suspect, for lack of a better term, I guess. My vision clouds over as the beating of my heart echoes in my ears. Where is this? I see something that I shouldn't know. A memory that I'm not supposed to have. A paradise lost in the mountains. A field composed of dawn in the image of the inner sea. At the center of this castle lies a courtyard. Amidst a sea of white flowers stands a lone woman, eyes closed, adrift in a dream.
彼女には余分な知識も
She's never known
自由もあ
anything
りま
except
せん
what
で
she
した。
needs to know, nor is she granted any freedom.
倒すべき対
She
象
is
が決
only
定さ
allowed
れた時だ
outside
け
when her next
外
target
に
is
出される。
determined.
その時に
At
応じ
such
た
a
知識
time,
を
she
教え
is
込
taught
まれ
whatever
て
knowledge she needs
確
to
実に
execute
敵
her
を処
target
刑
with
できるよう
certainty. There's no one else. No one to talk to. No one to come across.
定められた吸血鬼を
Once
殺
her
して帰っ
objective
て
is
きた彼
complete,
女
all
は
of her knowledge is
知識
wiped,
を洗い流
and
さ
she
れ
is
て
put back to sleep.
眠りにつかされます。何も知らないま
There
ま
she spends her days in confinement,
吸血鬼を殺
with
す
no
こと以
purpose
外
other
に意
than
義
to
を持た
kill
ないよう
vampires.
幽閉される。
She has nothing. Not the simple joy of meeting someone's gaze. Not the fulfillment of conversation with another. From the start, she was never given any choice in the matter.
彼女の力は
She was strong enough
落ち
to
た神
annihilate
祖たち
even
さえ滅
fallen
ぼせる
true
ほど強力
ancestors.
だった。けれど
How ironic that this
皮肉ですね。
very strength was what isolated
あ
her
まり
from
に
her
強
own
大すぎ
kind.
る能力が災いして彼女は神祖の間でも疎まれてしまった。姫と称えてい
They
ながら
extolled her as a princess,
誰も彼女に
but
は
none
近寄ら
dared
なかっ
approach
た。
her.
城を与えられていな
She
が
was
ら
given a castle,
彼女の世
yet her
界は
world consisted only of a dimly lit chamber.
だから
There wasn't a single
彼
being
女に
around
感
to
情
show
を
her
与え
even
て
the
くれるも
slightest
のはどこ
affection.
にもいなかった。神祖たちは
They treated her like a
兵器の
weapon
手入
too,
れをするように
and a
彼女
weapon
を
doesn't
扱っ
need
た。
any unnecessary functions to get the job done.
兵器に余分な機能は必要ないですから。パンを焼く機
It
能
doesn't
も
need to know how to
洗
bake
濯
bread
物を
or
洗っ
do
てくれる
laundry.
機能も不要です。そんな余分なものを付
Why
属
waste
させる
time
なら
adding useless features
もっ
when
と
you can
兵器らし
instead
い機能
focus
を
on
付属
improving
させ
its
るでしょう。
lethality? I was always taught never to allow myself any excess. Her tone was almost sing-song. But that explains why her eyes felt so hollow when she said she could rely only on herself. She's never needed anyone. Not that anyone was ever there. She might not even have realized it.
神祖たちが彼女に求めた
The
もの
only
は
thing the true ancestors wanted from her was her ability to kill.
故に
So they ensured she knew of nothing else.
言葉も感
Not
情
of
も存
words,
在しない
nor of feelings.
非人間
In a
である
way,
死という
she was even more of a
もっと上の
monster than the dead
モンスター。
apostles who had cast away their humanity.
生きている意味も意
That
義も
meant there was never any
あ
meaning
の
or
生き物には
significance to
初め
life.
から存在しない。
We'll wait. We'll pause. We'll pause here for a minute. I need to stretch and relax myself. It's just been one of those days. In fact, I'm gonna go turn my air on because it's kind of grossly humid in here. Give me just a minute. There you go. I hope the distant humming is not overbearing. I always worry about that. It can be grating after a while. Welcome back. We press on. Maybe that was once the case, but every single time I saw her, she seemed so cheerful. Always laughing and smiling over the most trivial things. So I just assumed she must have always been like that. What a cruel assumption to make. All along, that girl was actually... Was I really right before? When all of this has been so much fun? I never imagined that I could be so happy just being alive. Back then, I couldn't understand what she was going on about. Yet, in that twilight classroom, she tried to work through her insecurities with me, her voice hardly above a whisper. Despite her centuries of existence, she doesn't understand the meaning of life any better than we do. While her lifespan exceeds that of most, she was only ever permitted to act for short periods at a time. She spent nearly her entire life within deep, dark slumber. How could you expect a shred of humanity from one who doesn't even dream? Really? Just talking is plenty of fun for me. Once she'd kill all of the fallen true ancestors, she was never to leave the castle again. From what we know, the true ancestors attempted to give her a more suitable education after she'd served her purpose. But it was not to be. Her freedom never came. The smallest mistake spurred her to slaughter every single true ancestor within the castle. I see. Her entire life she'd been raised to kill vampires, so she dutifully fulfilled her orders until no more remained. Until only she was left. After she eliminated her kin, all of the remaining true ancestors, she shut herself away inside the castle. There, she waits on an empty throne, bound by the countless chains stretching from the lifeless castle walls. Only to rouse herself from slumber, to hunt down Roa whenever he reincarnates. She lived in such a fixed, preordained world. A world where she never really got to speak a single word. This is the true nature of Arkwright Brunstad. A woman born to be the executioner of her own kind. Though no other true ancestors remain to bind her, she still wanders this earth in search of vampires to kill. It is the only thing that can bring her joy. You've got it wrong. That isn't what makes her happy. How didn't I pick up on this before? She always spoke so cheerfully and smiled so radiantly. If only I'd looked more closely, I would have noticed. I would have seen just how lonely she'd been up to now. The fun of talking nonsense with someone until you lose all sense of time. The satisfaction you get from spending an entire day doing nothing, which most people take for granted. It's the little things in life, the trivial everyday moments, that make her truly happy. No. The worst thing is, I don't think she even realizes what a ridiculous and sad life she's been leading. can't accept that this is what her life was like. It's just far too unfair, like some cruel joke.
全部
It's all
嘘だ。
wrong. Back then, I barely scraped together half an answer. And for the rest of my life, I might find myself pondering that same question. But at the very least, I've figured out what I want to do right now. She doesn't need to find joy from the mundane things in life. All I have to do now is make her see that happiness is only a hand's grasp away. And I'm sure she... Hello? The unfamiliar third year shakes me from my thoughts. This is Shikitono's reality now. And though it took me far too long to get here, I finally managed to clear my head.
私の話
Were you
聞いて
listening
ま
to
し
me?
た？
いや
Oh, sorry.
ごめん
I don't know.
記憶にない。先輩が
I
話してたよ
heard
うに
you
も
talking,
聞こ
but
え
at
た
the
し
same time, it
他
was
の
like I
誰
was
かが
listening
話
to
してるよう
someone
にも
else.
聞こえてました。
The girl sighs and nods with a hint of understanding.
つまりで
So
す
what
ね
I'm saying is that
彼
she...
女は
もういいで
That's
すよ。
enough.
アルクエイドが何を
I
し
don't
てい
care
るの
about
か
what Arcade is meant
ど
to
んな
do
に
or
めちゃ
how
くちゃな
messed
や
up
つだろ
she
う
is.
がも
None of it matters to me.
うどうでもいいんです。そもそもあい
I'm
つ
the
を
one who
殺したの
killed
は
her in the
俺なん
first
だし
place. It's about time I get my shit together and make up
自
for
分
what
の
I
しで
did
かし
to
た
her.
ことの責任を倍にして返さないと。
That's the only thing I want to do right now. I don't want her to be alone anymore.
そうですか。
I see.
ですが
But is it really
それは
on
本
you
当
to
に
shoulder that
あなた
responsibility?
が負うべき責任なんですか？
To be honest, it isn't on me, no matter how much I might protest otherwise. I understand why this girl is telling me I should remain impartial. Am I really fighting Arquade's enemy to save the city? It sounds so nice when it's put like that, but I know that it isn't the truth. What I'm actually doing is killing a complete stranger on Arquade's behalf. Good question. But... I shift my gaze up. In front of me are the bouquets of flowers left as offerings to the dead. When I look behind me, the city looks as it always has, alive and well. Ah. A wave of dizziness sweeps over me. It's all so bright. Everything I couldn't save. And everything that she risked her life to protect. A place of happiness that should be cherished and safeguarded above all else. I'm so pathetic.
でも
But
俺には
she's
そう
just
いう
as
ものと
important,
同じぐらい
if not more important to me.
それ以上にあいつのことが大切なんだ。あいつが
If she's a vampire that doesn't care about humans, then I'll just become a killer that doesn't care about
俺
vampires.
は吸血鬼なんて気にしない。殺人鬼でいい。
I know that's a terrible thing for someone to boldly proclaim. But I'd be no different from Vlav or Roa, a disgrace to humanity. But if it'll let me stay with Arquade, I'll do it.
はあ、呆れました。ここまで行っても無駄な人とは
I
思い
never
ませ
took
ん
you
で
for
し
such a
た。
hopeless case.
申し訳ありません。
I'm sorry for being
頑
so
固なの
stubborn.
は妹譲り
My
ら
little
しくて
sister's rubbed off on me.
妹さんね。
Sister, huh?
まあ、いいですけ
Very
ど。
well.
せっかくですから、
Take
お
this
ま
as
け
my
の忠
last
告
piece
で
of
す。
advice. A true ancestor
一度
can
吸
never
血衝
go
動を
back to
抑えら
normal
れな
once
かった
she's
真
succumbed
相
to
は
her
立ち
thirst.
直れない。
If you ever see her again,
もし
she's
彼
come
女
to
が
drain you dry.
あなたの前に現れたとしたら、それはあなたの血を吸いに来たということです。
I don't doubt that she believes full-heartedly in what she's saying. But what I know about Arquade is just as true.
そんなことはないですよ。
That won't happen.
だって
After
あい
all,
つはまだ
she still
血
hasn't
を吸っ
tasted
てないん
blood.
だから。
いいえ、
If Noelle hadn't
ノエルが
stopped
止
her,
め
she
てい
would
な
have
ければ
taken yours.
あなたは吸われていました。
違う。
No, actually.
だって
She stopped.
止まったんだ。
So,
あいつ
even
は
if
大
nobody
丈夫
had
だったんだよ。
interfered, it would have all worked out the
だ
same.
から誰が邪魔をしなくても結果は変わりはしなかったんだ。
That's right. Arkwade would have stopped herself just in time.
つける薬がありませんね。
I guess there's no cure for stupidity.
そろそろ飛行機の時間ですので、
I have a plane to
失礼
catch,
します。
so I should be on my way.
うるさい上司が来て
Upper management dropped
左
by
遷さ
and
れてし
decided
ま
to
ったの
shunt me
で、
back home. Oh, I'm so sorry for all my yawning. Oh, I hate this. Oof. Excuse me. She walks past me. In the end, we never made eye contact, nor does she mention her name. Without another word, she passes me by.
あ、でも一
Could
つ
I
だ
ask
け
just one question before
俺
you
から
leave?
も質問です。どうして俺だけ
Why am I the only
先
one
輩
who
を覚えてい
remembers
たん
you?
ですか？
I may not remember her name anymore, but I definitely remember her.
そんなの単に消し忘れただけですよ。
That's all.
それも
Even so,
これでおしまい
this
で
is
すけど。
goodbye. The flowers sway gently in the breeze. When I turn to look, I see the back of someone who was once my upperclassman, but I remember neither her face nor her name. Her footsteps fade into the distance. With one last bow before the rubble, I head back to where I'm supposed to be. I make my way to the mansion. I decide not to drop by Arkwade's apartment. There's no way she'd be there anyway. Besides, I have other things to attend to. I'll go looking for Arkwade later. We return to the mansion.
お帰りなさいませ、四季様。
Welcome home, Master Shiki. Hisui greets me upon my return.
ただいま。
Thanks,
い
Hisui,
つもありがとう、翡翠。
for always waiting for me. I express my sincere gratitude. Hisui's probably been waiting on me every single day. I've been running so ragged that I've never paused to consider the problems I've caused for her. So I wanted to come home before sundown at least once, to allow her to properly carry out her duties. How nice. After eating dinner with Akiha, I head for my room. At least for tonight, I played the part of the perfect brother. I even managed to hold a decent conversation with Akiha and Kohaku, compared to usual anyway. As soon as I get back to my room, I gather up my things. There isn't much, mostly school supplies, really. My knife, which I've grown rather fond of, is already safely tucked away in my pocket, so that only leaves my smartphone and the white ribbon.
さて、
Well then, after giving my room a quick clean, I take a deep breath. I didn't think I'd be saying goodbye to a room twice in such a short span of time. Okay, I fully intend to return, but I'm covering my bases. It doesn't hurt to show my gratitude now, just in case this is a one-way trip. I turn off the lights. The clock reads 9:30. It's the perfect time for me to leave the mansion. It's a little before 10 when I arrived at the park. There's not a single soul to be found. Taking a seat on the bench, I count the ticking of the clock while I wait for Arkwade. For a moment, I consider roaming the city in search of her again. But that would be an exercise in futility. If she wants to avoid me, I won't find her, let alone catch her. It's better to just wait here. We did make a promise, after all, that we'd meet here. There's still time to fulfill that promise tonight. I won't fail to keep my word again. And if Arkwade cares enough to, then she'll be here. Having faith and waiting for her is the best I can do right now. What's up, Gilgamesh? Welcome in. Time passes. The hands on the clock steadily carve away the hours. The weight is suffocating. My body can't stand even another second. What am I doing, sitting here like some lawn ornament? I should be out there looking for her. In stark contrast to my body, my mind remains calm. I look up at the night sky and the brilliant moon. It's awfully quiet. As if this world is composed solely of me and her. If I can wait under these circumstances, nothing will deter me. I'll stay as long as it takes. I'll happily suffocate if necessary. The moon was so bright before, but now its gentle glow is fading. There's only 3 hours left till dawn. Once the sun rises, it'll all be over. It would mean that the nights Arkwade and I spent happily hunting down vampires are behind us, for good. Not that I can do anything about that now. A pitiful sigh escapes my lips. I'm not sure if I should laugh or just wallow in despair. Either way, there's not much else I can do. That's when I spot a sliver of white in the shadows. She must believe she's hidden, but she's tragically unsuited for stealth. Hey, it's 3 in the morning. How long are you going to keep me waiting, idiot? I'll call out from my spot on the bench. A surprised gasp betrays her cover. Arkwade reveals herself a few seconds later. She's like a startled rabbit in a snowy field. Arkwade doesn't say a word. She won't meet my eye or get any closer either. What's up, James? Welcome in. Nice timing. We just got back with the girlie. I say her name, but she doesn't acknowledge me. It's a struggle to find the words. Everything I thought of earlier vanished the second I saw her. Shit. What can I even say to get her smiling again? I'm scared that anything I tell her will only make her more sad. Time feels like it's slowing down, stretching into eternity. Yet the hands of a clock would say hardly a moment has passed. When Arquaid looks up, she flinches, like she were looking into a bright light.
四季
You
いつ
just
まで
wouldn't
も
go
帰ら
home,
ないんだも
Shiki.
の放っておけなく
I
て来
didn't
ちゃ
want
っ
to
た
leave you all
わ
by yourself, so
本当は
here I am.
このまま部屋に帰ろうって思
I
って
really
たの
thought
に
you'd be gone by now. Her voice trembles a little here and there, but she seems more like her cheerful self from before.
そりゃ帰らないよ。
Of course I wasn't gonna go.
お前
You
は
said
もう
we
会
shouldn't
わな
meet
いとか言
again,
って
but
たけど、
what did you expect me to do?
それとこれとは別問題だろ。ここで待ち合わせ
We
るのが
promised to
俺た
meet
ちの
here.
約束だ。
We're still supposed to beat that
一緒
vampire
に吸
together,
血鬼
right?
を倒してくれるんだろ。
So please, stop looking at me like that. If you don't, I won't be able to refrain from grabbing you with everything I've got.
信じられない
Really?
まだそんなこと言
You
ってる
still
の
haven't given up on that?
あ
Yeah.
あ、アルクエイドとの
I
約
told
束
you
は
I'd keep
破
my
らない
word
って
from
言
now
った
on.
だろ。今夜はまだ
So here I
お
am,
前の手助
ready
け
to
をし
lend
て
a
いる。
hand.
いいよ
It's fine.
もうそんな
We
の
don't
はいい
have
の
to do this anymore.
四季は一人
Go
で帰
home,
って
Shiki.
ドアのことなら
I'll do something about
私
Roa
が
by
何とかし
myself.
てみせるから
いいって。
Fine.
何がいいん
There's
だ。
nothing fine about it, Arquaid.
言うまでもないでしょ
We both know this isn't
やっぱり
right.
私は吸血
I'm
鬼
a
で
vampire.
四季は人間だっていうこと
You're a
よ
human.
私は四季に助けて
I don't
もらう資
deserve
格
your
なんて
help.
なかった
I should have
協
never
力なん
asked
て
you to
求
help
め
me
ては
out
い
in
け
the
なかっ
first
た
place.
そんなことにも気づ
I
か
knew
ない
that
ま
from
ま
the
で
start, but I still
私
did it.
は
And I came
あと
this
少
close
しで
to
あなたを
ruining
台
you
無しにし
because
て
of
しまう
it.
ところだっただから
So, it's fine, she mutters under her breath. I fight back the urge to yell at her. That ship sailed a long time ago. I knew what I was in for the second I told her I'd help out. I knew, and I still promised to help. So, I refuse to let it end like this.
アルクエイド。ここでのことなら気にする必要はないだろ
Don't worry about what happened.
お前は体が弱っ
You
て
were
て、
just weak and
た
tired
だ
back
疲れ
then.
ていただけなんだ。
That's all.
俺はバカだから
And
さ。
I was too stupid to realize you
お
were
前の
hiding
嘘に
something.
気づいてやれなかった。
I should have known that it wasn't your injuries that
お前を
bothered you,
苦
but
しめ
your
てたのは
blood-sucking impulses.
体の傷なんかじゃなくて、
You only did all that
吸
because
血
you
衝動っ
craved
て
my
やつだっ
blood.
たんだろ。
あいつら
Sounds like
埋
someone
葬
talked
期
to the
間はい
burial
つからそん
agency.
なにおしゃべりになったのかしらね
Arquaid sighs, looking more exhausted than upset.
ああ、
Yeah,
話は全部聞
I
いた。
heard everything.
全部聞いた上
That's why I
で、
can say this
はっ
without
き
a
り
shadow
言
of
っ
a
て、
doubt.
お前には問
There's
題なんて
nothing
ない
wrong
よ。
with you,
アルクエイド。
Arquaid.
今は苦しいけど、
I know things are tough
何日か
now,
すれば元に戻るん
but
だ
you'll
ろ
go back to normal soon enough, right?
なら、気に
So
する
don't
必
worry
要は
about
ない。
it.
それにあの夜だって、
You managed to make it through last
あ
night,
んなに
didn't
苦
you?
しそうだったのに、
Even when you
ち
were
ゃ
in
ん
so
と我
much
慢で
pain.
きたじゃないか。
You'll be
だから
okay.
大丈夫だよ。
We can just
これからも
continue as usual.
今までみたいにやっていける。
Arquaid's smile is weak and weary.
四季は全然わかってない
You don't get it at all, do you?
無理なのよ
It's over.
こうなっちゃったら
There's no going back.
私は今で
Even
も
now,
四季
all
の
I
血
can
が欲
think
し
of
いと
is how
思ってい
badly
る
I
んだから
want your blood.
思ってるだけだろ。
Thinking isn't the same as doing.
気合い入れて我慢
Just
し
tough it
ろ。
out.
今までだって
That's what you've
そうや
done
って
so
頑張
far,
ってきたん
right?
じゃないのか、お前は。
そうよね。
Yeah,
今まで
this
そうやって
entire
自
time
分を
I've been
抑えて
holding
きた。
myself back.
いえ、抑えてこれた。けど
But I
も
can't.
うダメみたい。
Not anymore.
私は浅
I
はか
was
で
too careless.
吸血鬼殺しだ
I
けが
wasted
私
so
の
much
意味な
time
の
doing
に、
pointless stuff
余
when
分
I
な
should
こ
have
とを
been
たくさ
focusing
ん
on
しちゃっ
killing
た。
vampires.
何も知らなければ
If I
何
hadn't
かを
learned
欲し
about
いだなんて
anything,
思うこ
I
とも
wouldn't
な
have
かった。
wanted anything.
四
I
季な
should
ん
have
かに
just
頼
gone
ら
after
ず、
my target without
自
ever
分だけ
relying
で
on you.
敵を追っていればよかった。そうすれ
If
ば
I had,
一
I
人
could
で
have taken care of it by
何もかも
myself.
片付けられたのに。
Damn it. I just don't know how to deal with her. I'm the worst. I'm so mad. It makes me want to cry. She should have done it all alone? I'm not sure if she's lying to herself or just putting on a brave face. But who does she think she's fooling with that miserable expression? You're pissing me off!
いい加減にしろ。
Cut it out. How big of an idiot can you be? I'm at my limit. I jump from the bench and yell at her. Are you really calling me an idiot now of all times?
ああ、
You bet I am. You're the biggest idiot on Earth. No, in this entire galaxy. This whole goddamn universe. What the hell are you thinking, saying you should have gone about it alone?
一人じゃ無理だ
Weren't
か
you
ら
the one who said you
一人じゃ
couldn't
でき
do
ない
it
ことがあ
alone?
るって気づい
After
たから
demanding my
俺に
help, you
手
should
を
at
貸
least
せ
have
っ
the
て言ったんだ
decency to accept it until the job is done.
最後まで頼れよ。俺が助ける。
I'm going to help you.
何があっても
I don't care what
お前が
happens
何で
or
も
who you are.
関係ない。俺は
I will always be
ず
there
っと
for
お前
you.
を
So,
助けるから。
for your own sake,
二度と
don't you
もういい
ever
なんて
insist you'd be fine on your own again.
言わないでくれ。
This guy flips on a coin. You do crazy things when you're in love. Like, yell at somebody while you're saying, like, the nicest things about aggressive affection. Not when you finally found that little bit of happiness in your life. You can't just give up on that so easily.
四季、
Shiki,
あなた泣いてるの？
crying?
わけないだ
Of
ろ。
course not.
なんで
Why would I
俺がお
cry
前の
over
ために
you,
泣かな
huh?
くちゃいけないんだ。
It's so romantic. And even if I were, they'd be tears of rage. My emotions must be out of whack from all the nonsense Arquid keeps spouting.
あもう。
We're gonna continue this vampire hunting, alright?
ロアとかいうや
As
つ
soon
を
as we
殺せ
kill
ば
this
お
Roa,
前だって
you
休
can
めるんだろ。
finally take a break.
そうすれば万事
And
解
then
決だ。
everything will be back to
問題
normal
なんて
again.
一つもない。
I keep my back to her so she can't see me tearing up. Arquid quietly listens, a terrible calm in her eyes before shaking her head.
でもやっぱりダメなん
I'm
だ。
afraid it isn't that simple, Shiki.
あの時、
You say I managed to
四季の
restrain
首
myself
筋
when
に
I
触れ
pressed
た
my
時、
lips against your neck,
四季は
but
私は我慢できていた
I
と
didn't.
言ってくれたけど、私は我慢できなかった。一瞬だけ止まったのは
I only stopped
四季が
because you were
私を
afraid
怖
of
が
me.
ったから。私、
It's not like human
今まで
beings.
何人も
Humans
の
being
人間
scared
に
of
怖
me
が
is
られて
anything
きた。
new. I barely
だから
even
自
notice
分に
anymore
向け
when
られる
someone
嫌悪
hurls
の目なんて
contempt my way.
もう何も感じなくなってた。でも
And yet,
おかしいよ
when
ね。
you looked at me with those eyes,
四季が私をそういう風に見るのだけはすごく嫌だったんだ。
when you looked at me with those eyes,
私
I
は
really
どうあっ
hated
て
it.
も四季にとって
Strange, right?
化け物なのに。
Even though I'm surely no more than a monster in your eyes. She laughs. A dry, forced laugh.
違
You're
う。
wrong.
俺は怖がってなんかいな
I
い。
wasn't scared.
あれは
I was just
いきなりのこ
a
とだ
little
ったから
surprised.
驚い
That's
た。
all. It's a lie. A lie so obvious it wouldn't even fool me. With a pained expression, Arkwade refuses to look me in the eye. Here I go again, ignoring what Master once taught me. If you tell a lie that can't even fool yourself, you'll just hurt the other person.
私が一瞬だけ止まったのは
That
その
was
せ
the
い。
only reason I stopped.
シキにそんな目で
I
見
was
ら
so
れるのが
scared when
怖
I
かっ
saw you
た。
looking at me that way.
この先も
And I knew
あ
that
んな
if
目
I
で
ever
見ら
saw
れた
that
ら
look
私は
again,
きっと壊れて
it'd
しまう。
break me.
だから
So,
シキとは
I think it's
もう
best
会
that
え
we
ないっ
don't
て
meet
思った
again.
の。それがきっと
It'd be better for
お
both of
互いの
us.
ためなんだって。待っていてくれてありがとう、シ
Thank
キ。
you for waiting for me today, Shiki.
でも待ち合わせは
But
こ
this
こで
is
終
the
わり。
last time you need to make good on that promise.
私たちきっと慣
It
れ合い
was a
すぎたの
mistake
よ。
for us to get this close. She turns her back to me, so as to avoid my gaze. She might be right. If we hadn't gotten this close, then none of this would have happened. I could have returned to my day-to-day routine, and Arkwade would have gone back to being alone. Then neither of us would have to worry for the other.
そうだな。
Yeah,
本当
we
に
definitely grew closer than we
慣
should
れ合
have.
いすぎた。けど
I don't see that as a bad thing,
俺はそ
though.
れでいいと思うよ。だって
It's better than always
いつ
being
までも
alone,
一人きり
isn't
は
it?
寂しいだろ。
Arkwade doesn't answer, but I notice the slightest tremor in her shoulders.
町のことは心配しないで。
You won't need to worry about the city
私
any
は
longer,
絶対
Shiki.
にロアを殺す。
I'll definitely kill
相
Roa,
打ちになっても必
even if
ず
I
仕
go
留め
down
る。
with him.
だからシキはもういいの。
You can rest
この
easy.
町はすぐに元の
Soya will
形
be
に
back
戻
to
っ
normal
て
soon enough.
心配するようなことはなくなるから。
Though I can't see her face, her voice still lacks her usual cheer. I can't stand it anymore. I've tried to be mature about this, but even I have my limits.
バカ。
Dumbass.
俺が心配し
As
てん
if
の
that's the thing I was
そんなこ
worried
とじゃ
about.
ない。
I close in on Arkwade. She looked like she might run away at any moment, so I placed my hand on her shoulder and spun her around before she could find the chance.
シキ。
はっきり言わなく
Fine,
ちゃわか
I'll
んないん
spell it
だ
out
口に
if
す
I
る
have to.
いいか。
I didn't agree to help you so we could take down the
俺が手助けをすると言ったのは
vampires terrorizing the
街
city.
を騒がしている吸血鬼を倒すためじゃない。自分が住ん
And
で
it
いる
wasn't to
街を
protect
守
my
るとか
home or anything.
そんなご大層な理由なんて
I never had any lofty
本当はな
reasons
かっ
like
た。
that. It's the first time I'm admitting it out loud. All the cards are on the table. But it's the truth, plain and simple.
単純に
I'm doing
お
this
前
because
が
I
好きだ
love
か
you.
らお前の力
I
にな
wanted
り
to
たかった
become
か
your
ら
strength,
協
and
力
that's
する
why
っ
I
て
said
言っ
I'd
たんだ。
help.
それを今さら
I can't just pretend I don't
なかった
feel
ことに
anything
なんて
anymore.
できない。
I say it as it is, and throw my arms around her trembling body. I'm so fucking excited, dude. Oh, oh my heart. Oh my heart. Oh my heart. I love stories. Oh man. Oh my heart. I don't sense any resistance in her voice, but she's stunned, frozen in my embrace.
お前が俺の血を
And if
欲
you
しい
want
と
my
思っ
blood,
ているのなら
that's fine too.
それでいい。
The gentle brush of her breath makes my throat seize up.
シキ、
Ouch, Chiggy, you're squeezing too tight.
痛いよ。
Her voice caresses my ear in a way that makes my heart leap.
そんなもの
That makes us
お前
even.
からだ
In
って
that case,
それなら
I send a longing glance her way, an illicit confession of a desire best unsaid.
俺だって
The truth is,
ずっと
I've
お
wanted
前
you
が
this
欲しい
entire
って
time.
思ってた。こうしている今
Even now, I want you so bad.
アルクエイドの心音を
Just
聞
the
い
sound of your heartbeat drives
て気
me
が狂い
wild.
そうなくらい欲情してる。
You're literally kicking my feet right now. My arms are wrapped firmly around her, our chests pressed close. I feel the drumming of her heart.
違うよ四季。
She...
それは
All of this is just...
ただこの
temporary.
瞬間だけ
You feel
私
this
に
way
気
now,
が
but
触れてるだけだもの。
それで
so
もいい。
what?
今アルクエイドを
I
愛
love
して
you
る
right now. That's all that
それが
matters.
当の式の真
I
実
couldn't
だ。
care less about the future.
その後のことなんて知らない。それとも
Unless you're saying
俺
you
のこ
don't
と
like me.
嫌いか。
The sound of my heart thumping, then freezing with trepidation.
ダメ。
You
そ
know
の
I
質
can't
問に
answer
は
that.
答えられない。
My heart stops for just a second. But then, as if sensing my anguish, her arms coil around me. She's gentle at first. Then she grips me tighter and tighter. She squeezes me with both arms, holding me just as desperately as I hold her. The embrace lasts only a moment. I'm not sure who broke away first. I think we both pulled away at the same time, so that we might look at each other again. Arquade's eyes are downcast, her cheeks tinted a deep red. A wave of relief rushes through my veins. She's here, with me. There's no way we'll be torn apart again.
よかった。
Good.
やっとアルクエイドを捕ま
I
えた。
finally caught you.
正直に言うと
To be honest, I've been so
ずっと怖かった。
scared after how horrible I was to you yesterday.
俺はあの時
I thought you'd
お
keep your
前
word,
に
but
ひどいことをした。
I was still worried we might never see each other again.
ここで約束を守ると信じながらもう会えないとも思ってたんだ。
Her hair sways gently. She raises her head as if to say something, but then lowers it again after meeting my eye, her cheeks even redder than before. That's no good, Shiki.
あのことは
I
忘
told
れ
you to
ましょう
forget
って
about that.
言ったのに。
Her voice trails off weakly.
Ah.
She's been so concerned about me, she's avoiding what happened in the alley. And here I am, still being inconsiderate.
悪い。
Sorry,
俺がバカだった。
I'm such an idiot. I really don't have any right to be yelling at you,
お
do
前
I?
のことを怒鳴る資格なんかないよな。
そうじゃなくて、
No.
責
If
任
anybody's
が
to
ある
blame,
と
it's
したら
me.
それは私
That's
の
why I
方。
told you to forget about it.
だから
You can't be serious. You can't make that face and then ask me to forget. If anything, I'll never forget this moment. You must be a devil to ask that, never mind a vampire.
違うよ。
I wasn't
俺が悪
apologizing
いと
for
言っ
last
てる
night.
のは夕べのことじゃな
Saying
い。
I'm an idiot because there's no way I could
俺
ever
がバカ
forget
だっ
what
て
you
言
told
って
me
る
to
のは
forget.
忘れるべきことをどうしても忘れられないからだし。
四季。
今日だって
I've been thinking about you
朝
all
からず
day.
っとお前のことを考えてた。お前に会えたら
About what I should say to you if I saw you again.
なんて言
about
った
how
ら
I
いいだ
should
ろうって
apologize.
ずっと考えてた。なのに
And as much as I wanted to
お
say
前
I'm
に
sorry,
謝りたいと思いなが
I
ら
also couldn't get that moment out of
俺
my
は
head.
あの
I've
時
been
のこと
thinking
が
so much about
頭から
wanting to
離れな
touch you
か
one
っ
more
た。
time.
もう一度
Not just once. A lot more.
もっともっとアルクエイドに触れたいってバカみたいに思ってた。
Arkwade looks away. I can barely face her myself, especially after blurting all that out. Yeah, if you weren't here last week, a lot of things happened. This is not Fortnite. What are you on? Okay, bye. I'm still in NYC. Take care. Thanks for checking in. Tobias was at ANYC this weekend. Still, it was the truth. It wasn't her mystic eyes that enthralled me. Just seeing her drives me crazy, even now. She doesn't respond. Both of us are waiting for the other to break the silence. I mean, if we're being honest. Her voice is a little shaky. She confesses with reddened cheeks and a hint of embarrassment in her voice. I don't think I could forget either. At last, she meets my eyes. Oops. Caught up in the moment, I ended up hugging her real hard again. But who can blame me? If I had the wherewithal to hold back after seeing her make that face, I might as well stop calling myself a sentient being. Though I will admit, it was a little abrupt. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I reminded myself to restrain the feral beast within. Arkwade giggles softly against my chest. She wraps her arms around my back again, comfortably resting her weight against me. You're amazing, Shiki. Her arms give me a gentle squeeze. The sensation is enough to make me melt. Amazing? In what way? Amazingly animalistic. You're wilder than any dead apostle I've met. It's kinda hilarious. Sure. Oh. Come on. Oh my god, this is so cute. I love this. I love this. Fuck, man. I'm not supposed to love ooey gooey shit like this, but come on. Come on. Oh, sorry, I'm working on it. It really is funny. I don't think many murder victims wind up hugging their killers. I notice that Arkwade trembles as she whispers the words. Could her wound still hurt? Are you okay? Yeah. I think I might be happy. I'm actually gonna cry, dude. Stop. I'm just feeling so many emotions right now, I don't even know what to call it. I'm dizzy, and my cheeks feel like they're not even a part of my face. Hey, Shiki, what kind of face am I making now? Can you tell me? Tell me, I can't see your face while I'm hugging you. She's so best girl. Oh my god, I love this. But I adjust my grip slightly. Just enough to hold her tight. But I think it's the same face I'm making. My cheeks hurt from smiling this hard. Our bodies pressed together, we share a laugh. Right? Just kiss already, please! Please! You're killing me! No, this is good. This is. Oh, it's so cute. It's so romantic. Clay, you missed it. They're so in love. Oh, I'm fucking melting, dude. I'm melting. I can't handle it. Oh, a joy far stronger than simple desire fills my chilled body with warmth. Cool.
四季
Hey, Shiki. She whispers into my ear. A gentle, almost sleepy sound.
私を守ってくれるのなら
If you want to protect
今
me,
夜は
then stay
帰
with
っ
me
てほ
tonight.
しくない
Don't go. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm trying really hard not to cry. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. This is why Natsu's amassed a throng of fans who will stick by him for decades. For real. He's written some wacky shit, but then he's also written just like the most adorable love story I have ever seen. She nuzzles her face into my shoulder. There's only 1 hour left until dawn. When morning comes, our time together will be up. I know how she feels. I can't stand to be apart from her either. Arquade's room hasn't changed a bit. We're the ones who've changed. I can just make out Arquade moving behind me. My emotions are running wild. My body is urging me to turn around and pull her into my arms again. My thoughts, on the other hand, are surprisingly calm. I don't understand it very well. Maybe love is just that. A strange balance between sanity and insanity.
アルクエド
I'm about to turn and face her. But just before I do, I feel the light touch of her fingers against my back.
振り向かないで
Don't turn around.
しばらく
Let's just
このままでいて
stay like this for a bit. Her voice is calm. Her palm lies flat against my back, unmoving, as if she were checking something.
ねえ四季
Shiki,
私が
do you remember
初
when I
めてあ
first
なたを
waited
待
for
って
you
いた時
outside
の
of
こ
your
と
school?
覚えてる
覚えてるよ
How could I forget?
自分が殺し
It's
た
not
相
every
手
day
が
that you get to see your
ニコニ
murder
コ顔で
victim
待ち
waiting
伏
to
せてた
greet you with a big grin.
忘れられるわけないだろ
うん
Yeah,
あの時
to be
ね
honest,
私
back then,
あ
I
なたのことが
seriously
すご
hated
く
you.
憎かった
Despite the subject matter, her voice is gentle and sweet.
もう自分でも吸血衝動は
I
抑え
knew
ら
from
れ
the
ないと
start
分
that
か
I
って
wouldn't
い
be
て
able to contain the thirst for much longer.
きっと
I was chasing
これ
after
が最後の
Roa,
チャンスだっ
fully
て
aware
覚
that
悟
this
し
would
て
be
ロ
my
アを追い
last
かけて
chance.
ようやく見つけ
But
たと
just
思
when
っ
I
た
thought
時
I'd
に
found him,
見ず知
some
らずの
complete
誰かに
stranger
殺され
killed
て
me and made everything
何も
come
かも壊
crashing
されて
down.
しまったあの時の
I
私
was
には
absolutely consumed
Tada.
with hatred.
憎しみしかなかったそうして自分を
So I
殺した
decided to
誰
search
か
for
を
the
探
man
し
who
出して
killed me.
あなたが来る
I
のを
waited
ね
there for hours
あ
for
の
you
道
to
でず
arrive.
っと待っていたの早く早く来なさい
I just kept thinking,
私に気
come
がつ
on,
いた
show
瞬
up
間
already.
に寸分
The
たがわ
moment
ず
you
同じ
noticed
目に
me, I
合
was
わせ
going
て
to
あ
make
げ
sure
るか
you
らって
suffered the same fate.
本当にあなたのことが憎かった憎くて憎く
I
て
hated you so,
胸
so
が張り裂けそうに
badly.
なるくらい
Every second I
ずっと
spent
待ち
waiting
続け
for
てい
you,
た
it felt like my heart might burst. Her fingers clutched the back of my shirt.
アルクエド
でもね
But you know,
私をあんな風に
there's
殺し
never
た
been
相手なん
anyone
て
who could kill me like
今
that
までいな
before.
かった。
Part of
少
me
しだ
was
け
curious to
ど
think
んなやつな
what
んだ
kind
ろう
of
って
person you
興味
might
もあっ
be.
た。それに
I don't think I've
あん
ever
な
thought
風
about
に
it,
誰かを
anyone
強
that
く思う
much,
なんてこと
or that strongly,
今まで
in
なか
my
った。
entire life.
初めはただ憎
At
しみしか
first,
な
all
か
I
った。
felt was hatred.
けどあ
But
なたは
when
ど
I
んな
wondered
人
what
間な
sort
の
of
かなっ
person
て
you
思っ
are,
た時
that flipped
く
on
るっ
its
て
head.
反転しちゃった。もう1秒でも早く会い
Meeting
たく
you
なっ
was
た。
all I could think of.
私をあんな
I
風に
wanted
殺
to
した
meet
や
my
つ。
killer. I
私が
wanted to
初
meet
め
the
て
person who could cause my
自分を
own
見
thoughts
失う
to
ぐらい
swallow me whole.
ずっと思い続けている誰かに。シキ、さっき言ったよね。
Earlier, you asked me if I was
一人は寂しいだろう
sad
って。
being alone, but I don't think I ever
私
thought that way.
そんなことはないと思ってた。けど
But
あんなにも苦
while
し
I
く
was
誰
waiting
かを
for you,
思って
while I
あ
was
なた
going
を今
crazy
か今
over
か
you,
と待ち続けた時の気持ち
I
は
felt
すごく
truly
幸せだった。
happy.
本当は今す
I
ぐにで
wanted
も
to
会い
look for
に
you
行きたい
straight
けど
away, but in
我慢して
hindsight, I'm
あ
glad I
なたがや
decided
っ
to
て
wait
くる
it
のを
out.
待っていてよかった。あの時間は楽しかったよ。
Because even the wait was a lot of fun.
すごくドキドキして
It was exciting.
シキがどんな人な
My
んだろ
heart
うっ
was
て
pounding.
勝
All
手
I
に
could
想
do
像した
was
りもした。
imagine what kind of person you might be. Arkwade pulls her hand away.
思えばね、
When I think about it now,
その時から
that
私
was
は
the
誰
moment
か
when
を
I
必
started
要とし
feeling
て
like
し
I
まって
couldn't do it on my own.
一人の自分を物足りなく感じてしまった。シキは私のことを好きだって言ってくれたけど、私は
But honestly,
シキに会う前か
I
ら
may have loved you before
あ
we
なた
even
自身
met.
に恋をしてたんだなって。
When will it be my turn, man? What a confession. What a unique and cherished and irreplicable love. Nobody can ever experience anything like this. You're in my walls. Get here and give me a big kiss. Her voice is so precious. There's no need for me to hold back any longer. I spin around and pull her into my arms. Yes! I'm actually kicking my feet right now, dude. This is, no, fuck you, shut up. It's my time, it's my stream, and I get to fangirl if I want to. Fuck you guys. I'm so happy right now. Oh my god, yes! Bro, get out of my walls. Don't think I can't hear you. Fuck off. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Hi, fuck you. Don't ruin this for me. Man. I'm so... this is so happy. I'm so... Oh my god, dude, the fucking build up to this was agonizing. I love this. Our lips meet. I'm not sure which one of us sought out the other first, but it's a tender embrace. Our lips are joined like we're trying to sense each other's very being. I cease breathing as I drink her in. Her lips are soft beyond imagination. It's hard to fathom that we're connected like this. The thought alone is enough to send my mind into meltdown, though her actual touch is nothing but warm and inviting. She trembles ever so slightly, yet she doesn't seem the least bit afraid. With her closed eyes and cherry-red cheeks, she's the epitome of beauty. The kiss is warm enough to take my breath away. I was already head over heels for her. I never imagined that one kiss could make me love her so much more than I already did. Man, I'm so happy. We slowly part, our arms still carefully wrapped around one another. Our eyes peer into each other's depths.
今のキス
That
だっ
was
たね。
a kiss, huh? Her brilliant crimson eyes peer up at me. Wisps of golden hair trace her movements.
アルクレイド、
Did you
こういうの
not like it?
嫌か？
ううん、
No,
私
I loved it.
すごくドキドキ
My
してる。
heart's still racing. Sure enough, it beats loud enough for me to hear. And the sound is only matched by my own.
でもちょっと
But
困
are
っ
you
ち
sure
ゃった。
about this?
私い
Are you sure
いの
about
かなって。
me?
いいのかなって
What do you
何
mean?
が？
Well, you
だって
know,
ね、シキ。唇を重ね合ったりす
kissing
る
a
経血鬼なん
vampire?
て。
That's kind of
Inayo?
unheard of. My cheeks go red. Mine already are.
My friends are my power.
Kage! Kage, you missed it! Kage, you missed it! We're going back. We're going back for Kage. We're going back. We're going back. Kage, you missed it. Oh my god, you missed it. The kiss! Oh my god, the kiss! Oh my god! I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I can't. I'm dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. I love it so much. Anyway, Kage, thank you for the raid. Hold on, let me give you a shout out really quick. What? Oh shit. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much. I'm a little out of sorts because I'm kicking my feet. I love this so much, man. Welcome on in. If you don't know me, my name's Conla Redleaf, aka Conla the Kingslayer. I used to be a wolf boy warrior before I was defeated and captured and transformed into the orbacular being you see before you today. And man, it's the romance is in the air. It's so cute. Anyway, if you gotta go take care of some business, get yourself some food or something. I know it's starting to get a little late and I'm starting to get kind of peckish myself, but man, talk about a peck, am I right? We gotta finish this first. If you gotta take care of yourself. Don't let me hold you up, but if you're sticking around, I hope you enjoy the story as much as I have been so far. God, my heart. Yes, I'm so glad that you weren't like, you like just barely missed it. It was so easy to go back. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Okay, alright. That was the big smooch. My cheeks go red. She says it with a shy, teasing giggle.
But...
You... Just like that, it's checkmate. I'm totally defeated. I forget about everything. I even forget who I am. All that matters is the two of us, falling onto the bed in a tight embrace. I reach for her hair, for her bare flesh. But I restrain myself just in time. Bite me. Well, be careful what you wish for. This is a vampire story. Oh man, I'm on the verge of hyperventilating. I can't make the same mistake again. No matter how much I want her, I can't let my own selfish desires take control. Arkway looks up from underneath me. Go on. You want to continue where we left off back then, right? Oh, we're getting really spicy. Oh, okay. Her eyes glimmer with adoration and joy, seeming to offset any nerves she might be feeling. My breath meets hers. Our flesh melts together as one. Arousal and passion lay bare my body and soul. As though we were assuring ourselves of the affection in our hearts, we seek each other out, hungrily at times, gently at others. I'm a mess right now, dude. This is so... oh god, I love everything about this. With a deep breath, I collapse into the bedsheets. Are you to watch this VOD tomorrow? Yes. If you ever watch any of my VODs, make it this one. Oh my god, I love this so much. Compose yourself. With a deep breath, I collapse into the bedsheets. For someone who never dreams, this is what I imagine it must be like. Arkwade lies asleep next to me. Her fingers are still laced with mine, clutching my hand with a content look on her face. I feel a little bashful thinking about what we've just done. I think it's so cute. I'm trying not to think about it. It's so cute. But having made love to her, I can't say I have a single regret. Except maybe, I wish I had kept it together. If I had been more in control of everything, I could have savored the warmth of her skin and the flush of her face. But that's crazy talk. I could barely keep up with her as is. Yes, dude, I'm so... I don't read enough I don't experience enough romance stories because, man, this shit has absolutely melted me. I'm dead. I am never going to recover from this. Go get food. Go eat. It'll be here when you get back. I'm not sure if I'll be able to keep a cool head around Arquaid in the future. Even now, I was so enraptured by her that I can barely remember what we did. All I remember is that it felt impossibly good. So good it left me exhausted beyond belief. I don't think I could get up from the bed if I tried. Biting back a yawn, I watch over Arquaid's sweet visage. I really love her. And to think she actually reciprocated my one-sided feelings. Our forms of love might be different, but at the very least, I know Arquaid needs me too. That alone is enough to fill me with joy. Not just because I'm wanted, but because Arquaid, who has always been alone, decided she needed me.
そうだ。
Yeah,
そうすれば
from now on we'll be.
この先もきっと。
My consciousness starts to fade. Looks like I've just about reached my limit. I settle into the bedsheets, take a deep breath, and allow myself to drift into a deep, peaceful sleep. At some point while I'm sleeping, I dream that Arquaid wakes up before me. She fidgets quietly, as if planning some clandestine mischief. I ask her what she's doing.
あれ仕切
Oh,
ったら起きて
you
た
were
の
awake, Shiki? Not so much awake as half asleep. Thanks to you, my body isn't really responding to my brain right now. Damn, get it, girl.
そっか
I see.
嬉しいけど
I'm happy,
なん
but
か恥ずか
it's
しい
kind
ね
of embarrassing to hear. Arquaid giggles girlishly. It is a bit strange that I can see her with my eyelids closed, but she looks happy, so I don't linger on the details.
ねえシキ
Hey, Shiki. What's up? I ask her again. I'm sure she's tired too. It'd be better to rest till night.
もしもよ
I
もし
got a what
私
if
が
for
本
you.
当の吸血鬼になったら
What if I became a
シキは
full-fledged
どうするか
vampire?
な
What would you do? What a weird thing to ask. It's not like it'll happen anyway. She's terrified of drinking blood.
だからもしもの話
Well, that's why it's a what if.
生きるために他
Didn't
の
I tell
生
you
命
that
を
it's a
奪うことは
fundamental law of nature?
自然界じゃ
Rob
当
the
然の
life
摂理
force
だ
of
と言った
another?
でしょだからもしも
I'm asking what
私
you'd
が
do
そうなって
if
しま
I
った場合
became
の
a part
話
of that cycle. Stop that. It won't happen. Besides, I already told you that I don't like what ifs.
そう
Really?
私はイフって好
I
きよ
quite enjoy them.
どんな結果になるかわからな
You
いけ
never
ど
know how something might
と
play
りあえ
out.
ずその時は
So there's a sense of
救いがあるよう
salvation
な
in
気がするから
imagining what could happen. Right. I think you said something like that before.
うん
Yeah.
だから
So,
シキがもっと
what
ひ
if
ど
you
い
were
やつだっ
someone
たら
worse, Shiki?
私はどうしてたかなっ
Someone
て
more cruel? What would I have done? Arquaid?
大好きよ
I
シ
love
キ
you, Shiki.
こんな気持ちを持たせ
You're
て
the
くれ
reason I
て
can feel this way.
それを言葉として
The
伝
reason
え
I
さ
can
せて
even
くれるなんて
convey these emotions.
本当に優しかった
What's happening? Is she crying?
それじゃあシキが目を
I
覚ます
better
前に
get
行く
going
ね
before you wake up.
面と向かってさよな
I
らが
don't
言え
think
な
I
いか
could
ら
have said farewell face
こ
to
れで許
face.
して
So I hope you'll forgive me. Faintly, I can make out the click of the door. I'm still asleep, but the sound echoes through the haze. My eyes come open. Dazzling sunlight shimmers through the curtains. I check the clock and realize it's a little after noon. Shit, school! I jump up from bed and quickly realize that today is a Saturday. I don't have to go to school today. Though, if I'm to be concerned about anything, it's that I stayed over at Arcwade's place without saying a word to anyone at the mansion. Come to think of it, I had a strange dream. In it, I was talking to Arcwade, and she gave me a kiss at the end. Getting a little too comfortable, aren't I? I don't know, man. You kind of just banged, so like I think I feel like there's a mutual kind of. Anyway, the fact that I had such a self-indulgent dream while Arcwade's asleep right next to me is further proof that I'm drowning in happiness. Don't you think, I turn around to look down at the bed. My sentence cut short. I stare at the bed in stunned confusion. There's no one there. Arcwade is gone. I better get going. I remember now. That's what she told me in my dream. No. I quickly search the apartment. She's nowhere to be found. I only find one thing out of place. A single note left on the table.
No.
Is this some sort of joke? The note is short. Bye. Nothing else. What? I don't want to believe it. But I can't help but understand why she did it. What the? This isn't right. Bye? That's all? It's way too simple. Didn't we make a promise? Didn't we agree to see this through together? I said I would help. So why? Why did you decide to go it alone again? Bro, I'm trying so hard not to think about the end of Snake Eater right now. God damn it. It was going through my head this whole time. What the hell, Arcwade? Crumpling the note in my fist, I cry out with all my might. Only a few seconds later, I run out of her room like a madman to scour the town in search of her. I can't find her anywhere. I know. I know she'll never show her face before me again. But that doesn't mean I'm giving up. This'll drive me mad. I need to track her down, to yell at her for being such a huge idiot. But I can't find her. And now I'll never see her again. I'm hit with the somber realization that it's all over. She'll take on Roa by herself, and when all that is settled, she'll disappear forever. It's possible she may have already done so, in which case, she's long since left the city. Just before the insanity sets in, I can only think of one thing. The awful screech of cicadas echo in my ears. I'm the cicada's husk. My body is light, hollow, incapable of all thought. Is this what it's like when your soul leaves your body? I can't even cry. But the legs attached to this empty shell still walk. Like an animal relying on its homing instinct. Though nothing remains within me, my body guides itself back to its den. That's the end of the chapter?! You can't do that to me! Well, Daddy needs a stiff drink. What a roller coaster of emotions. I am so hurt. I am so hurt. I can't, I don't know what to say. I can't bear it. My takeaway is I need more romance content. Fucking same. For somebody who claims to be like for somebody who touts the significance of reading and storytelling, I sure as shit don't have a lot of romance under my belt. I think I've always been, like, afraid of it. Not afraid exactly, but, like, I've always felt like I would never be able to like it. But, man... Man... Blubbers. A fine addition to my collection, indeed. Anyway, let's find somebody to send this love to for the evening. Pass on and allow me to go and eat some food and get really drunk to try and forget all of the sorrow. Oh, you know what? Sham just logged on. Stickman Sham, hell yeah! Stickman Sham is he's a cool guy. He's a big Kingdom Hearts and Shin Megami Tensei streamer. He's I think he used to do speed runs, but he kind of just does like whatever now. He's a very cool guy. He's a very chill guy. Probably go to sleep. Take care. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad you could be here for the God, just such a heart-wrenching chapter. Anyway, yeah, if any of you guys are in chat, you like Kingdom Hearts, Sham is currently working on a platinum run through every single Kingdom Hearts game. He just recently finished Chain of Memories. He's just recently moved on to Kingdom Hearts 2. Thought myself I should get an early night tonight, but now it's 1:30 a.m. worth, I'll say. I'll get a schedule posted up shortly after the stream ends. It'll be on my Twitter, so make sure to follow me there. Tomorrow, we're going to be playing some Smite 2, because tomorrow it finally goes, like, live, like, for free and for real and for everybody. So I'm excited to get into that. And then the rest of the week will be on the schedule. So